What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm having a fantastic night because it is currently 9:47 at night, but I really wanted to get this video recorded for you guys because I wanted to get up by tomorrow, mainly because I think it's going to be a very helpful video for you guys. I know that if I had this video when I was first starting out, it would have saved me so much time and effort, and so many fails would have not been fails, so I really wanted to get it up for you guys. So I just want to say, sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to instantly take better pictures. I'm talking the second you change these things, you're going to have a better picture. No matter what camera you have, no matter what you're doing, it's going to help you out significantly. And step number one is going to be lower your ISO. I don't know about y'all, but when I first got into photography, I don't know why, but I would just like crank the ISO, mainly for the fact of I didn't really understand what ISO was. I didn't understand that it was basically fake light. I just thought it was something that should be high because it made it brighter, and I was like, oh cool, like I'm gonna have overly exposed photos now, but I understand now that ISO is a tool and you don't always need it. You don't always need to crank that bad boy up. So as soon as I get to the scene, I check out my natural lighting first, and the ISO is something I set as soon as I get there, and I try to keep it as low as humanly possible because ISO creates grain. Now granted, you can do some saving in post, but it's not one that I want to do. If I can avoid having to put more pressure on myself in post, that is what I'm going to do. So as soon as you get to your scene, check out your natural light, then you can set your ISO. Don't crank her all the way up. Try to crank her as low as you can. It's going to save the grain. It's going to save you a lot of time. And man, I wish somebody would have saved me a long time ago. Tip number two, speaking of lighting, open up that aperture. Now when I say that, you don't have to crank it all the way to the lowest setting that it'll go. Like if you have a 1.2, it doesn't have to be a 1.2, but like I said, I'm going to use the natural light as best as I can, and opening that aperture is letting in natural light. There's my cat, so sorry. Opening the aperture lets in natural light. Now this does depend what kind of picture you're going for. If you want tons of bokeh, that blurry background, definitely keep it low. It doesn't have to be the lowest that can possibly go, but definitely keep it lower. But if that's something that you're not super into, if you don't want that blurry background, open the aperture up. Use that natural light. Let us see the background some more. Like I said, it depends which photo you're going for. I personally keep it in like a little mid-range. I don't want an overly blurry background, but I do like that bokeh feel, especially if I'm doing like product photography. I love a blurry background, like just, I don't know, it just lights me up. I'm into those types of photos, so if you are not, like I said, open her up. You won't have that much bokeh in there, but that is going to be tip number two. I'm telling you, natural light, man, it's key. Tip number three, let's stay on lighting really quick. Don't be afraid to use like ring lights or aperture lights, things of that nature, even lamps. Like these two lamps are doing me justice in the background, and I have one in front of me along with a small ring light, just because it is almost 10 p.m. and it is very dark in here, but there's plenty of fake light, like lamps and such, that you can do so much with. So whenever I get to the scene of a shoot, lighting is the number one thing that I'm looking at. I'm checking my ISO, I'm checking my aperture, then I'm setting my shutter speed. Those are my top three that I look at first, and that, I think, lighting just changes everything. It's not too dark, it's not too bright. I will say, for this, again, helped me significantly, I prefer an underexposed picture over an overexposed picture. You can save so much more when it's underexposed. You can always bring light up, but bringing light down, like, those details just get kind of blurred and lost, and if you're in that situation of, if you have to pick one or the other, I am definitely going underexposed rather than over. So lighting, just try to nail it. I always go for natural light first. I use like big windows or doors and things of that nature first, and then I'll bring in my fake lighting, and that's just how I set the scene, and that's been working for me very well. Tip number four, my cat has fully joined in on this video, is texture. Use things around the house. You do not have to spend an arm and a leg to get texture, or just add some sauce into your pictures. I use t-shirts all the time. I take them, I wrinkle them on up. It's so good, like this fabric, and you just kind of like cinch it, and then you just lay something on it, and it just looks so much more enhanced than just a flat lay on like a desk or something. When you have a flat surface, everything just kind of gets lost, and your eyes just, we want more, you know? As humans, we're like, okay, this looks good, but like, how can I make it look better? And things like texture are the key, in my opinion. It adds that extra sauce. The editing is just like so nice on it because you don't have to go in and add texture. You already have created that texture with simple household items. Like I said, a bandana, a t-shirt, a beanie, things that already have texture on them. Just use them. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to take good pictures, especially if you're doing like product shots. It's so easy nowadays to use household items because they're so popular of laying little like knickknacks around your product photos. It just makes them that next level, you know? And so like I said, don't spend an arm and a leg, go around the house, feel things with texture, see things with texture, and then just lay it down. Just test them all out. See, like I did with this watch picture that I'm going to show y'all, I only put down a black t-shirt, I crumbled it up, I wrinkled it up, I put it on a leather chair, and then I set the watch right on top of it, and it just, to me, it turned out so good. Like, that is one of my favorite pictures that I have, and I'm super stoked with how it turned out. That was like a $10 t-shirt from Goodwill. It, like I said, it doesn't take much, but it's just it's the extra sauce, that little extra effort that you put in that people can really tell. Last but not least, my final tip, change your camera settings from JPEG to RAW. Now, this doesn't seem like a huge change, but let me tell you, when you are editing, you just get so much more out of it. They're not as compressed. Like, a JPEG is already compressing your file, and when you have that open RAW option, when you send it into post, like, it looks so much crisper, it's cleaner, it's a lot easier to edit. Now, I was like petrified to change this. Somebody suggested it to me. One of my friends is a very well-known photographer, and he was like, Morgan, I'm telling you, switch from JPEG to RAW, you're gonna see a crazy difference. And I was like, like, I'm just so scared that it's gonna like cut the color back and I'm not gonna know what to do with it. But as soon as I made that change, I swear my pictures they edited so much better. I was able to get like all the lighting better, and like the color grading just looked so much better, and I think that really changed everything for me. I was like, I'm gonna start taking this seriously because I am shooting in RAW now. I don't know why, like, that was a little switch in my head, but I don't know, I just felt like professional when I made that change, and I think you will too. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. I am posting weekly now. I took a little break. I'm sorry, life kind of in the way, but I'm going to post either every Monday or every Wednesday. I need you guys to pick a day, which one you want to see me more in. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. I hope this video helps you out. If it does, you know, and you make a video on it, please feel free to tag me. I would love to see how you guys work, especially on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down below. Let's interact, let's connect, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.